I know what you're thinking. Darren, you missed Tuesday, usual meetup for the good old fashioned cornhole, and in my opinion, that's where you're wrong. I kind of didn't bother making one this week. I have not a lot on my plate, but I was working on a video that I was recording for the future, and there goes my phone. Ignore that. So what I wanted to talk about today was uh, a show I watched recently. I got caught up in a couple years ago, in on Netflix watching iZombie. Now I started watching iZombie because I enjoyed one of the actors who plays Dr. Rafi Chakrabarti. He also does stuff for Funhouse, and I am a big fan of the YouTube channel Funhouse. He's on a lot of episodes with them, and he does a lot of gameplays with those guys. So I figured, why not? I'll just check it out. Guy's funny. Why not? So I went through, and they have just finished up their 6th season, and I finished that up. And I have to say, I was very disappointed by an ending of a show. Like, you assume, when a show ends, that you expect certain things to play out, I guess, a certain way. I just felt like there was no risk to this at all. Like, the show didn't have much of risk. It's the creators of Veronica Mars. I don't know if anyone's ever watched that. If you're watching and the style of how this guy makes stuff or whatever, he made Veronica Mars and went on to iZombie, and it just feels like there's not real a sense of urgency or sense of danger in the show, which is disappointing for the final season. I just want to talk about it. I mean, if you've watched it, you can comment or do whatever and tell me your opinion. But it's just the fact that, like, a lot of the stuff they even started in the last season didn't even pay off at the end, which I thought was what they were aiming towards. And I mean, in a show about zombies who most people can't die, it almost seems there's no real punishment for mistakes or anything like that. So I don't know. It seems like a stupid concept, and it was kind of a cheesy concept when I first started watching it. And it's a CW show, which I don't give much merit to, because a lot of the CW shows have such tropes and just awful types of, I guess, things. Like, it feels like it's all the same person creating the same stuff. A lot of love interests and bullshit and, will they, won't they kind of stuff. And, conveniency. Stuff like that, it gets people, like, to keep watching. I just feel like there's no real risk in this series. I used to watch Arrow and The Flash, and that was one of the shows where it's the same thing, where it just felt too predictable of a show, and it just was very disappointing. So I stopped watching the DC, I guess, television universe that they were trying to set up, and I even, I wanted to go back and watch the Crisis on whatever the fuck the new one is that just came out. But it just seems like, I don't know, pointless. I mean, I don't want to keep harping on the fact that, like, I'm a big Marvel fan instead of DC. It's just CW in general. A lot of the CW shows are just, they're just shit. Shit shows that don't even, like, they feel so made for people who are fucking stupid. It's not even like, I would say, like, a lot of female, like, chick flick shows, but even then, it's just like, it's just people who are stupid. It's a lot of stupid shows. It's like Freeform. Freeform has that same bullshit where it's just like, I love to watch Cloak and Dagger, which is a Marvel, heroes, but it just seems so fucking gimmicky and pouty and teen Twilight bullshit that I don't bother watching that shit. Like Twilight Diaries and the originals, or that's bullshit. It's just like, they're grown ass adults and they're still acting like fucking 16-year-olds. It's just, there's a guy that my girlfriend watches now that's I don't know what his name is. I think it's like Alex Myers or something like that. He draws really well and he's funny, but he watches a lot of that bullshit, like that kind of stuff, like Disney Channel shows and I guess just corny movies that are put together, which is fine if it's your cup of tea, but there's something about it I do not like whatsoever. But getting back on iZombie, it was a good show. It was a nice run, but I feel like their dismount and landing was pretty awful. Like there was a main character, like protagonist that was, you know, constantly in the show, and he was a great actor, and he's gonna do, like, he could do some great stuff if they keep on, like, if he keeps on getting work. He seems like a great actor, but problem is, they kind of just get rid of him really quickly, which was very disappointing. There was no, like, debate or, you know, conversation about it. It's kind of just, he just disappears, and then he's gone. You're like, alright, bye. And then that's it. It's just kind of disappointing of a way that the show feels very just kind of slapped together in the ending and the performance. And I mean, maybe that's because they were kind of holding on to a thread as far as ending their seasons, or ending their show. But I mean, like, if you enjoy that kind of bullshit, the procedural cop shows is why I like it, like the X-Files or Supernatural. And, you know, if Supernatural's one of those too, but like I kind of enjoy Supernatural because of the fact that it's very procedural. I think it's just procedural shows I like, but when it comes to CW, they just kind of baby it up and make it very Instagrammy and, I don't know, just stupid bullshit. It's hard to explain. It's like teens. It's just a bunch of teens. I feel like it's marketed towards teens, and it's kind of like it turns me off from it. Supernatural's great. You know, a lot of decisions they make, it's the same thing where it's just like there's no real stakes if they just keep dying and coming back. But that's the same thing. Like, I like the procedural cop mystery aspect of it. So if you do like those, I'd say definitely watch iZombie. It's definitely worth watching or giving it a try. You know, there's a lot of convoluted concepts in the plots, but you know, it's for the majority a pretty good show. I just think that the ending was kind of disappointing. Other than that, I'd say, you know, if you're a big fan of those not procedural shows, but those dramas about vampires and bullshit and the 100 or whatever the fuck else the CW has, then, you know, air out your grievances towards me and write something in the comments. Give me something lively. I don't care. That's it for me. I will see you guys next time. I did recently just put out or record a video of me doing a custom of for Christmas, so I'll hopefully be able to put that out soon. Christmas is already past at this point, so you know, we'll see what I have put up and have it set up so that way you guys can check it out and watch it. Other than that, I have some other activities I want to do, which I'll give you guys, you know, hints or, you know, send you guys the ideas. But, yeah, I'll see you guys next time. But, like, it's like every goddamn day. They're just running around. Not running around, but, like, just, like, heavily stomping their feet.